5 hours, 35 minutes. You know, the first thing they teach you in journalism school is that, well, when dog bites man, it's not really newsworthy, but when man bites dog, yeah, there you go. You have a headline. One guy in the Bronx took that a little too much to heart. 24-year-old Jillian Teixeira arrested over the weekend after witnesses saw him taking a bite out of his female pit bull and grabbing its ear so hard the dog was crying in pain. Teixeira told police that he was biting his dog to discipline her. He told cops, "That's what I do. I bite my dog." Teixeira told police that she was bleeding because she had eczema. He's been charged with animal cruelty. The dog was taken to an animal hospital for treatment. Teixeira will be taken to see the judge on Friday. You heard the story of Dr. Doolittle, the fellow who could talk to the animals? Well, now we've got Kelly Doolittle, our girl Kelly Ripa, on Live with Kelly and Mark, telling the story about how she has communicated with a certain species of mammal.
I, Kelly Ripa, jump into the water, and I go, I know how to talk to the dolphins. So I'm now going...
Kelly says they rented a boat for Sunset Cocktails earlier this month. Keyword there, cocktails. She just had shot a tape piece about communicating with dolphins. So when her cocktails boat was surrounded by the dolphins, she jumped in. How did you talk to him, Kelly? Yeah, we've reached out to the dolphins for comment, and, well...
A Kings Island Gold Pass is your ticket to unlimited visits this year and all through 2025. Make the park your own with access to 2 years of tricks and treats, Halloween Haunt, and Winterfest. Plus an expanded Soak City featuring the all-new dual racing water coaster River Racers coming in 2025. All for our lowest price of the season. Just 10 payments of $9 after initial payment plus applicable taxes and fees. Hurry, price goes up September 3rd. Get your Gold Pass at visitkingsisland.com.
Hey parents, Instacart here. And this season, we've got your back to school. As in, we've got your back when your kid derails your grocery trip the weekend before school starts because they have nothing to wear and hate everything in their closet and ankle socks aren't cool anymore, Mom. But it's all good because through Instacart, you can order all the groceries and school lunch stuff you need from the comfort of your ankle socks. I mean, home. Download the app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes and a $0 delivery fee on your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
You've heard us talk a lot about FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Well, we have something a little different for you. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Then, with a YouTube TV base plan, you'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday afternoon out-of-market game. All you need is a Google account and a current form of payment, and you can cancel anytime. Just visit FanDuel.com/StreamNC to download America's #1 sportsbook. 21 plus and present in North Carolina. Full price of NFL Sunday Ticket will be automatically charged seasonally after free trial. No refunds. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Opt-in required. Wager requirements apply. Bonuses awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bets or profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including bonus expiration. See terms and conditions at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right, let's get a check of Bloomberg Money Watch. Here's Steve Potisk.
So, are you fed up with high insurance premiums? As the costs keep on rising, shopping around for cheaper insurance is becoming a consumer pastime. According to LexisNexis Risk Solutions, so-called policy shopping rates for car insurance jumped an average 16% from a year earlier in the second quarter. The figure climbed even higher in July, topping 30%. And homeowner insurance premiums, they're also surging. Now, shares of Kohl's moving up almost 7% now after the retailer posted a quarterly profit that beat expectations, even as revenue missed due to what it calls a challenging consumer environment. Kohl's is lifting its full-year profit outlook, but still trimming its annual net sales forecast. As for the rest of Wall Street, the Dow turning positive by 78 points. NASDAQ, though, down 74. S&P down 2 points. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potisk for 1010 Wins at 92.
Experience a summer filled with fun and adventure in Indiana. Zip line through stunning landscapes or enjoy the view as you hike in our picturesque state parks. Float down scenic rivers or unwind on a boat ride with a beautiful sunset. Savor local flavors at our festivals or soak in the sounds of summer at one of our outdoor concert venues. Make this a summer to remember and picture yourself in Indiana. Plan your trip at inindiana.com/summer.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Now, 2 Pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
Look at these humans watching pro football on DirecTV without a satellite dish.
I've been watching them watch football for so long, I feel like I could coach like you, Coach Prime.
Coaching ain't as easy as finding your games on DirecTV. How you gonna beat a corner blitz on 3rd and long?
I'd probably just fly over it.
Actually, that's pretty good.
Stream football without a satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
Want more flexibility when you shop? With over 1,000 stores nationwide, you can get what you need now through Instacart. And with Klarna, you can pay now or later. All you do is add items to your cart on the Instacart app, and at checkout, select Pay With, then select Klarna. Flexible shopping through Instacart, flexible payments with Klarna. New Instacart customers get $25 off their first order of $75 or more when they pay with Klarna using code 25Klarna. Expires 1/31/25. Terms and exclusions apply. See instacart.com or download the app for more details and to start shopping.
WINS-FM and HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
AccuWeather says we got a hot one today. Heat advisory in effect from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Real feels in the triple digits. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Gary Souders, our service aide. Fran Blisco, our writer. Walter Geis at the editor's desk. I'm Scott Stanford.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good morning. It's 82 degrees at 10 o'clock. I'm Mary Lynn Buckley, and here's what's happening. It's going to be a real scorcher today. We've got a heat advisory in effect with temps that could soar into triple digits. Turns out close to half the people that ride the buses in the city don't pay the fares. The MTA today rolling out a new program to try and stop them. A Long Island mom is behind bars. She's been indicted after getting into a wrong-way crash that killed her 9-year-old son while she was driving under the influence. RFK Jr. making headlines again, coming clean that he severed a whale 3 decades ago and then strapped it to the roof of his minivan. An environmental group wants the feds to investigate. A water buffalo is on the run in Iowa, escaping from being slaughtered by just a few minutes. In sports, the Mets beat the Diamondbacks. The Yanks lost to the Nationals. Winds News Time, 10:01. Time for traffic and transit on the ones. Here's Sue Aller.
All right, we're going to start off right now. Manhattan northbound side of the FDR Drive at 42nd Street. It's a stall. It's blocking the right lane on the exit ramp, and this is backing things up on the main roadway. It is just stop and go from about the 20s, so you can go with one of the avenues to avoid this. And then in Brooklyn, you're just loaded up on the westbound side of the Belt Parkway, right by Cross Bay Boulevard with an accident. And eastbound, we do have some construction cones out, and this is at Ocean Parkway. Also pretty slow in the Staten Island Expressway eastbound into Bradley Avenue. Now, here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. We've got about 15 to 20 minutes inbound at the George Washington Bridge with upper level construction. Outbound, about a 20-minute delay with lower level construction. Lincoln looks really good, just 5 minutes, and 5 to 10 at the inbound side of the Holland Tunnel. Now, we do have some repair work going on at the Throgs Neck Bridge heading into Queens to go with the Whitestone Bridge. We also have construction at the Queensbound RFK Triborough Bridge and at the Brooklyn-bound Williamsburg Bridge. In both the inner and outer roadway, there is repair work, so stick with the Manhattan Bridge or the Brooklyn Bridge instead. In New Jersey, southbound side of Route 21 at 3rd Avenue in Newark, there's an accident and the right lane is blocked. Traffic is sponsored by Optimum Business. I'm Sue Eller. Next report at 10:11. 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Winds News Time, 10:03. It is heating up outside with the temps that could hit the 100s later today. Meteorologist Joe Lundberg breaking it all down for us. How hot is it going to get, Joe?
Well, I think we're projecting a high of 93 in Midtown, but when you factor in the sunshine and that kind of heat with the humidity, it's going to drive the AccuWeather real field temperatures toward the century mark this afternoon. Thankfully, it's a one-day affair of this kind of heat and humidity because a cold front will come barreling through the area later this afternoon or early tonight. With it, there can be a gusty thunderstorm or two. Behind it, there's relief from both the heat and the humidity as quickly as tomorrow. Temperatures stay in the 70s with a lot more clouds and sun, and we'll be very comfortable with temperatures in the 70s again on Friday. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg. The complete 4-day forecast, less than 10 minutes on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM.
In Brooklyn, the NYPD is on the lookout for 3 men that they say robbed a construction site over in Williamsburg. They say that yesterday evening, just before 6 p.m., one of these thieves climbed up a fence on Humboldt Street, while the other 2 acted as his lookouts. Now, cops say they stole several parts from this construction site and then took off. If you have any information, the NYPD is asking you call their Crime Stoppers tip line, 1-800-577-TIPS. The MTA is trying to combat fare evasion on buses, and today they're going one step further to crack down on people that are skipping out on paying. Our Glenn Chuck.
Gotham is first reporting that the MTA and NYPD leadership meeting again yesterday to get a sweep out there in the street as soon as today. MTA enforcement agents will be targeting routes they deem to be the most egregious in terms of hotspots, people not paying the fare. New York City Transit President Demetrius Critchlow is saying they've had enough. But will this program work? Here's John Jay Professor Ray Sarney. He's a former NYPD detective.
What you're seeing now is back to the whack-a-mole protocols that are going on. Police will go enforce, do what they need to do, be involved, be engaged, make arrests when necessary, supplement what the Eagle teams are doing. But it's going to continue.
But keep in mind, these agents could be coming to a bus route near you, and as soon as today. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Winds, 92.3 FM in Midtown.
Out on Long Island, a 9-year-old boy is dead after cops say his mother was driving under the influence early Thursday and got into a 4-car collision wrong-way crash on the Southern State Parkway. The Suffolk County DA says that Carrie Bedrick is now behind bars. She's been indicted and was arraigned Friday. Now, she's pleaded not guilty to drug possession, driving while impaired, and endangering the welfare of a child, along with a slew of other charges. Suffolk County police say that her son Eli died in the back seat of her car as she was speeding west in eastbound lanes on the Southern State. This was near Islip. Now, records show her license has been suspended 56 times before this accident. Also on Suffolk County, police say that an 18-year-old woman tried to leave the scene of a crash after she struck a man and seriously injured him. And get this, he was trying to come and help her. He was coming to her aid. Marianne Merchant is now behind bars, and police say what she did was hit a utility pole. That's when Edward Maroon, he was sitting in his parked car, he got out to help her, and that's when she reversed and hit him. Now, witnesses did see her trying to leave, and one of them decided to throw a brick at her car's windshield to try and stop her, according to police. She is expected to be arraigned in Central Islip soon. Winds News Time 10:06. Former President Donald Trump is facing a new federal indictment related to allegations that he tried to illegally interfere with the 2020 election.
Another federal grand jury in Washington re-indicted Trump on the same 4 charges in special counsel Jack Smith's case, accusing him of conspiracy to hold on to power and to overturn the results of the 2020 election. The revised indictment meant to comply with the Supreme Court's July ruling that presidents have broad immunity for official acts.
The allegations relate solely to the actions former President Trump took as a candidate, in other words, in his personal capacity.
Correspondent Jared Hill. RFK Jr. is at the center of another controversial story involving an animal. Now, first, it was dropping off a dead bear in Central Park, And now this.
The longtime conservationist allegedly sawed the head off a dead whale back in 1994 after it washed up on a Massachusetts beach. Kennedy reportedly bungee corded it to the roof of the family minivan before driving it across state lines to bring it back to his New York home so he could study the skull. The Center for Biological Diversity Action Fund hoped that the NOAA Office of Law Enforcement is able to ensure that Mr. Kennedy surrenders any and all illegally obtained wildlife that he continues to possess.
Correspondent Rhiannon Alley, an environmental group, now is calling for a federal agency to further investigate RFK Jr. A Latino voting rights group is now asking for a federal investigation after they say some of the group's volunteers were raided by Texas authorities and even had their phones and computers taken away.
LULAC has sent a letter to the Department of Justice. They are asking their civil rights division to step in and to investigate. On top of that, they're going to be asking a judge to enter a temporary restraining order against Ken Paxton's office to stop any future raids that might be planned by his office in regards to the issue, at least until after the election.
Correspondent Mireya Villarreal. The raids are said to be part of an investigation by the state's Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton into allegations of voter fraud. Now this message. Don't just live with foot pain. Find the Good Feet store nearest you at thegoodfeet.com.
A Kings Island Gold Pass is your ticket to unlimited visits this year and all through 2025. Make the park your own with access to 2 years of tricks and treats, Halloween Haunt, and Winterfest. Plus an expanded Soak City featuring the all-new dual racing water coaster River Racers coming in 2025. All for our lowest price of the season. Just 10 payments of $9 after initial payment plus applicable taxes and fees. Hurry, price goes up September 3rd. Get your Gold Pass at visitkingsisland.com.
Hey parents, it's Instacart here to say that this season we've got your back to school. As in, we've got your back to school supplies, backpacks, binders, you name it. And we've got your back. Like when your kid tells you they need glue sticks and a poster board for tomorrow, which makes you think, who raised you? And then you think, yikes, right, me. And then you go, it's all good because Instacart has my back to school. Download the app to get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes and a $0 delivery fee on your first 3 orders while supplies last. Minimum $10 per order. Additional terms apply.
You've heard us talk a lot about FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Well, we have something a little different for you. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Then, with a YouTube TV base plan, you'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday afternoon out-of-market game. All you need is a Google account and a current form of payment, and you can cancel anytime. Just visit FanDuel.com/StreamNC to download America's #1 sportsbook. 21 plus and present in North Carolina. Full price of NFL Sunday Ticket will be automatically charged seasonally after free trial. No refunds. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus and present in Ohio. Opt-in required. Wager requirements apply. Bonuses awarded as non-withdrawable bonus bets or profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including bonus expiration. See terms and conditions at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Experience a summer filled with fun and adventure in Indiana. Make this a summer to remember and picture yourself in Indiana. Plan your trip at inindiana.com/summer.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
As a Ford owner, there are lots of choices of where to get your vehicle serviced. You could choose to go to their place, the local dealership, your place, home, apartment, or condo, your workplace, even your happy place, like your cottage on the lake. Go to your Ford dealer or choose Ford Pickup and Delivery to have your vehicle picked up, serviced, and brought right back. Or choose mobile service, where a technician will come to you and do routine maintenance right on the spot. Both are complimentary and depend on your location. That's ownership built around you. Contact your participating dealer or visit FordService.com for important details and limitations.
Winds News Time, 10:11. Time for traffic and transit on the ones. Sue Aller, how are the roads looking out there?
We're not looking great in Queens on the westbound side of the LIE. Right on 108th Street, there's a stall, and it's taking out the right lane, so you definitely want to avoid that. You can go with the Grand Central, which is looking really good right now. Now, on the eastbound side of the LIE and the westbound side, right by the Cross Island Parkway, there is some slowdown. So, again, the Grand Central is the way to go. You'll be a little bit sluggish through that new construction zone, that new construction pattern, but still a much better ride than the LIE. Good news on the Belt Parkway, westbound into Cross Bay Boulevard. Looks like that accident cleared away, but they have some construction in Brooklyn on the Belt Parkway, eastbound right at Ocean Parkway. So just a tad slow over here. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound side of the George Washington Bridge, it's about a 25-minute delay with upper level construction. Outbound, 15 to 20 with lower level construction. Lincoln and Holland look really good right now. And on Long Island, the eastbound side of the Southern State Parkway at Hempstead Lake, that slows down all because of a collision, so you want to watch out for that. And we also have a problem on Route 21 in New Jersey, southbound at 3rd Avenue in Newark. It's an accident and the right lane is blocked. I'm Sue Aller. Next report at 10:21. 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Joe Lumberg. It's heating up out there, Joe.
It is indeed, and temperatures now getting close to, if not above, the 80-degree mark, and we're on our way to a high of 93 this afternoon. It's a one-day affair with heat across the area, and with the humidity that's going to be pretty high as well. It'll drive AccuWeather real fuel temperatures toward the century mark. A front will charge down through the area late this afternoon and tonight, and with it there can be a shower and thunderstorm or two. Any thunderstorm could be gusty with some downpours. Most of that should quiet down late tonight with a low of 69 tomorrow. A breezy, much cooler and less humid day with clouds and some sun. And most areas should be rain-free. Best chance of any shower well south and west of the city. The high tomorrow only in the mid-70s. It looks like Friday will be a cool day with clouds and some sun, highs in the low to mid-70s. Saturday, mostly cloudy and becoming more humid. Could be an afternoon thunderstorm, the high 79. Watch out for a shower or two Sunday. But Labor Day is looking nice with some sunshine. Right now in Central Park, we're looking at partly sunny skies and 79 degrees. The humidity 66%. The wind southwest at 12. Repeating the current temperature 79, going up to 93 at Midtown. I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg on New York's weather station. 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Now, two pigeons and Coach Prime bemoaning the fact you can stream DirecTV satellite-free.
These humans get the biggest college football games on DirecTV, and we don't even get a satellite dish.
Enough squawking.
It's Coach Prime.
Bring it in. Sure, they can get all that college football without a dish, but you still got your passion, your drive, your resolve, your
incredible career as a football icon?
No, that's me.
Stream the biggest college football games. No satellite dish. Visit DirecTV.com.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Oh, Downy the rinse straight. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes 100% of odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Okay, quick math. The less your business spends on operations, on multiple systems, on delivering your product or service, the more margin you have and the more money you keep. Obvious. But with higher expenses on materials, employees, distribution, and borrowing, everything costs more. So to reduce costs and headaches, smart businesses are graduating to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system, bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, HR into one platform and one source of truth. With NetSuite, you reduce IT costs because NetSuite lives in the cloud with no hardware required, accessed from anywhere. You cut the cost of maintaining multiple systems because you've got one unified business management suite. And you're improving efficiency by bringing all your major business processes into one platform, slashing manual tasks and errors. Over 37,000 companies have already made the move. So do the math. See how you'll profit with NetSuite. Backed by popular demand, NetSuite has extended its one-of-a-kind flexible financing program for a few more weeks. Head to netsuite.com/special. netsuite.com/special.
Winds News Time, 10:15. There's a new window cleaning robot in town called Osmo, and he's going to be the first ever robot window cleaner in the city. President and COO of Skyline Robotics, Ross Bloom, tells us this robot is going to use cameras and sensors to map out exactly where the windows on these skyscrapers need to be cleaned and perform all of the functions that human window cleaners do. Now, the robot is going to use water and soap, and that will be hooked up to clean all of the windows. And he says the robot currently has a height limit of 1,000 feet due to the pressure of the wind, and it also varies at different heights. But as a result, it is going to be able to clean some of the biggest skyscrapers in the city. But right now, the current window cleaning profession Bloom sees as an opportunity to expand. He says that you can teach robots special skills, and instead of risking someone's life going up there, he says this robot is going to be able to climb many stories.
There's a lot of technological challenges when you start wanting to move to 1,500 feet, 1,600 feet. These can be how a communication system works. This can be how you manage water pressure, coming down from the rooftop down to the facade. So right now we're suitable for buildings of about 1,000 feet in the air.
So as a result, he can't yet clean some of the, rooftops, but he says he's working on it. Have you bought your Mega Millions ticket yet? If you haven't, now might be a good time because the jackpot, it's up to $627 million after there were no winners yesterday in Tuesday's drawing. Now, if there's a winner on Friday, this is going to be the 9th largest prize in history of Mega Millions jackpots. Now, the odds of winning the jackpot, it's 1 in 303 million. But you know that saying, you got to be in it to win it. Country music legend Dolly Parton is on the road, singing a few of her top hits, but she's also sharing her love for reading.
Dolly Parton made stops at the latest additions to her Imagination Library program in Missouri and Kentucky, where she sang a little and talked about her dad.
My daddy couldn't read and write, and he was always real embarrassed about that, and that always troubled me because he thought he couldn't learn to read after he was grown.
That's why Dolly says she started the program in 1995.
It's really a great way to teach children when they're very young to learn to love books and to learn to read.
The country legend has given away millions of books to kids in 21 states and around the world.
Correspondent Monica Ricks. In Iowa, animal control officers are on the hunt for a water buffalo that they say escaped just moments before it was going to be slaughtered.
The water buffalo's still on the lam. There have been multiple sightings, but no luck in nabbing the large animal. Some residents hoping the water buffalo is okay, and others, like Dawn McSweeney, still in disbelief this is happening in her town.
What? I was like, really? A water buffalo? At first I thought, you're confused.
Police are warning that the water buffalo is not friendly and say it has shown aggressive behavior and should not be approached. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Now, officers did manage to shoot it, but it still did get away. So if you do see this water buffalo, call 911. Don't approach that. Leave that to the professionals. Well, there's a new way to reduce inflammation, and it's sort of a natural remedy, if you will.
Adding greenery to a neighborhood can lower the inflammation rates of residents. A study by the University of Louisville planted more than 8,000 large trees and shrubs in a 4-mile square area and compared the neighborhood's health to the surrounding community. Residents had up to 20% lower levels of a biomarker of general inflammation.
Correspondent Christian Benavides. The project also found that people living in neighborhoods that were full of trees and shrubs, overall, they did show lower levels of the blood marker of inflammation. So planting those trees and shrubs really can help your health in the long run. 1010 Wins and WNEW FM are excited to bring back We Can't Survive to the Prudential Center on Saturday, September 28th. Justin Timberlake, New Kids on the Block, and others in a concert to support mental health awareness. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. It's 82 degrees at 10:20. I'm Mary Lynn Buckley, and here's what's happening. Close your windows and crank up the AC or even head to the beach. It's going to be a hot one with temps that are going to be into the 90s and even feel like they're in the triple digits. A 47-year-old man is dead and a teenager now facing murder charges after a deadly drive-by shooting in the Bronx. In the West Bank, the IDF says they have a counterterrorism operation underway. At least 9 Palestinians have been killed. A Russian missile has struck the Ukrainian President Zelensky's hometown. A new study says explaining the risks of COVID is the most effective way to convince people to get vaccinated. In sports, Mets beat the Diamondbacks. The Yanks lost to the Nationals. Winds News Time, 10:21. Time for traffic and transit on the ones. Here's Sue Allard.
We're just loaded up in Manhattan northbound on the FDR Drive. At 42nd Street, there's a stall. It's taking out the right lane, and it is just stop and go from before the Midtown Tunnel. And on the southbound side, you also have some slowdowns into about 116th Street. Now, let's take it over to Brooklyn. The Belt Parkway is just real slow both ways with midday construction, and that is right in the area of Ocean Parkway. I should say mid-morning construction. We also have some repair work on the Grand Central on the eastbound side right by the Cross Island, but that's still a better ride than traveling on the LIE. Eastbound, you do have delays into your Nassau County line, and westbound, watch out for a stall right in the area of 108th Street that is really slowing you down. And it looks like this crash has been cleared on the eastbound side of the Southern State Parkway on Long Island right at Hempstead Lake.